Hi, my name is Ben Jordan and I'm a distance learning student at Anglia Ruskin University in Cambridge studying digital marketing. I convened a small audience of one with a professional photographer slash model, Justin Fuentes, who also resides here in New York City. The purpose of this SWOT and PESTEL analysis is to discuss the internal and external threats and opportunities for Tesla. I've chosen Tesla because I think they're one of the most important companies going forward into that sustainable future, and I think they're going to be a really important company going forward. These are some of the objectives that I've outlined for the presentation. I'm going to introduce Tesla and talk a little bit about their background, discuss the role that I've assigned, give an overview of Tesla's company missions, briefly talk about the products they currently have out, present a SWOT and PESTEL analysis, and I'm also going to discuss opportunities for learning within Tesla. I'm going to quickly discuss a little background about Tesla. They're a car manufacturer that was founded in San Carlos, California in 2003 when a group of engineers came together to prove they didn't need to compromise to drive electric. They're currently based in Palo Alto, California, with all of their manufacturing being done in Fremont, California. They also have other endeavors in clean energy generation and storage. The role that I've assigned myself for the purpose of this assignment is the communications intern at Tesla. My responsibilities will include monitoring and summarizing media coverage across online broadcast and print resources, develop and update media lists, draft communication materials including media alerts and pitches, conduct and compile research for new communication opportunities, and organize logistics and events for the company. As you can see here is Tesla's mission. Their mission is to accelerate the world to transition to sustainable energy, and they believe that the faster the world stops relying on fossil fuels and moves towards a zero-emission future, the better. Here you can see the group sales from 2014, which was 2.05 billion, going up to an excess of 11.7 billion. To me, this means that all of Tesla's audience and currently their consumers believe exactly what Tesla believe, which is transitioning to a more sustainable future is what's currently right for the environment. This is the part where I discuss Tesla's products that they currently have out, including cars and energy generation systems and storage systems. Right here you can see the 4 different models that they have, which is the Model X, the Model S, the Model 3 and the Roadster that they have out. Ranges anywhere between 49,000 being a minimum and anywhere up to an excess of 250,000, which is the Roadster. They will have a range of over 300 miles on a full charge, which I think is incredible. All of the cars come with autopilot as a buy-on or an added extra. All of them throughout the board have received some of the highest rankings, with the SUV being the safest out there, receiving 5-star in all categories. And all Tesla vehicles currently run on lithium-ion batteries, which are exactly the same batteries as we use in appliances such as laptops and mobile phones. This is the Semi that they have out. It's expected to cost 200,000. Isn't currently out at the moment, but you can reserve it now, and then it comes out in 2019. And it also has a mile range of 300 to 500 miles on a full charge. These are the modes of charging your car. You can either do it at home via the Powerwall, on the go in the city, which is a supercharger, and on the go, which you can see in like rural areas that they have them all over. You can locate these chargers using the mobile app, which I'm going to discuss later. Discuss now rather. This is the mobile app. As you can see the different layers that it has. You've got the battery percentage of the car. This shows it during your driving and whilst it's charging, and it will notify you when it's at 80% capacity. You've got the charging locations. It will show you the nearest to you, and also heating controls and other various things that happen within the car. This part I'm going to talk about is the energy generating products, which includes the solar panels and the solar roof. This is the Tesla solar panels. As you can see here, you've got the solar panels, which is a modern, innovative design that blends seamlessly into the roof, giving you a string-like finish. Energy that's generated from this can be stored in the Powerwall and then be used to run your house at night or during a circuit out. This is the Tesla solar roof. It comes in 4 architectural ones for your needs. You've got the slate, the textured, the Tuscan, and the smooth. And also, like I previously just said about the solar panels, energy that's generated from this can be stored in your Powerwall and be used later on, or it can in fact be sold back to the utility company. These are the energy storage products. We've got the Tesla Power Pack, which is mainly used for commercial and agricultural use. As you can see in the background, you've got multiple Tesla solar panels, which are generating energy that's going to be stored in here. You've got the Powerwall, which is mainly for personal use for at home. So when you have the solar panels on the solar roof, energy that's generated from that can be stored in these. This part of the presentation, I'm going to talk about the PESTEL analysis, which is political, environmental, social, technological, economic, and legal. These are the political factors that I think have an effect on Tesla as a company. Brexit in the UK, I think, is one of the most important ones, which saw the pound plummeting 15% straight after the vote, which then led to England raising the prices of their imported goods, which then led to Tesla raising the prices of their cars being sold in the UK by 5%. All new petrol and diesel cars are scheduled to be banned in the UK by 2040, and the Climate Change Act of 2008, which commits the UK to a 34% reduction in greenhouse gases by 2020 and an 80% reduction of greenhouse gases by 2050. These are some of the economical factors that I've highlighted. We've got, despite the low levels of employment in the UK, there's also been a fall in wage growth, which is going to be a threat towards Tesla because it means consumers don't have the money to go out and buy luxurious items. We've got the petrol prices at an all-time high in the last 4 years, which is also, I think, an opportunity and a strength for Tesla. And the pound is still worth 10% lower now than on the eve of Brexit, which is a threat because consumers don't have the money to go out there and buy luxurious items such as a Tesla. These are the social factors that I think are going to have an effect on Tesla, which is going to lead back into my role as a communications intern. It will be my role to sort of kind of broadcast this message to the masses. People nowadays are far more aware of the part they have to play in protecting the environment, which then leads into the negative publicity around diesel and petrol cars at the moment, which has led to their market share dropping from 50% down to 43.7%. And in May, the registration of new petrol cars only rose by 0.4%, while demand for alternatively fueled cars like Tesla rose 46.7%. These are some of the technological factors that I think can have an important factor on Tesla as a company. In the last decade, technology advancement within the car industry has been increasing rapidly, and I think one of those advancements is the use of battery. They've now transferred onto lithium-ion batteries. Electric car sales have increased worldwide because of these advancements. For example, in China, car sales on electric cars have doubled in 2018, or at the start of 2018, as opposed to the previous year in 2017. Charging equipment has improved, like Tesla superchargers, and the automated and assisted driving has improved. These are some of the environmental factors, which is probably the most important factor when it comes to Tesla, as they're not currently emitting any CO2 emissions by tailpipe. There is a global comprehensive climate agreement called the Paris Pact, which has an objective to keep the global temperature below 2 degrees Celsius. And the only company that is not currently, who didn't sign this agreement, was America. So this led to Tesla's CEO Elon Musk stepping down from President Trump's Council Advisory Board on environmental issues. This then leads, like I just previously said, about the Climate Change Act of 2018, about greenhouse gases being reduced by 80% by 2050, and any vehicle that has a high pollution rate in the UK from 2019 will have to pay a £24 charge each time they drive through central London. These are some of the legal issues that Tesla will have to deal with. The law requires that the hourly measurement of toxic nitrogen dioxide must not exceed 200 micrograms per cubic meter, and this can't happen more than 18 times in a year. And also, if you purchase a Tesla, you are available to a £4,500 government grant, and in the US, if you purchase one, it's a $7,500 federal tax credit. This is a SWOT analysis, which looks at the internal strengths and weaknesses of Tesla, and also the opportunities and threats that are all external. Some of the strengths, I think CEO Elon Musk is a strength for reasons that we don't really need to go into, apart from he's an extremely future-orientated person. Like I just said, Tesla is a technologically advanced company leading us to a more sustainable future. All of their cars are extremely safe. Model X was the first SUV ever to achieve 5 stars in all of their categories and subcategories. They have a high brand awareness and reputation due to the message they are portraying. And like I just said, there's a £4,500 government grant in the UK and £7,500 federal tax credit in the US. And also, if you have a Tesla, you get a reduced road tax. Some of the weaknesses are the production and operation costs. In 2017 alone, the research and development department spent $367 million. And then if you buy a Tesla in the UK, you will have to take into consideration the excessive insurance price, which is 45% more than it would be for its counterpart or diesel counterparts. Also, there's limited market presence. Although they have a huge brand awareness and high recognition, you don't actually see many of these vehicles out on the road in person. This may be because they're seen as a luxurious item. Here are some of the opportunities for Tesla moving forward. As there are huge movements towards sustainable and clean products, I feel like Tesla could move further into this, and I think this could be done by the correct advertising, either by social media or other various categories. Licensing, I think, could be a potential, such as Porsche and Ferrari have done with their line introducing clothing, eyewear and footwear. And self-driving cars, I feel like there's an opportunity for Tesla to improve their automated driving. Here are some of the threats that they're going to face. Competition is very high moving forward into electric vehicles such as Nissan, BMW and Jaguar I-Pace, which is Jaguar's version of an SUV. Legal issues. Tesla have currently been facing a few legal issues with the autonomous driving not working correctly, which has led to crashes, which then has led to people trying to sue Tesla. Here I've highlighted some of the opportunities for learning within Tesla, so me progressing through the ranks. I think because of Tesla's use of social media and word of mouth and not them actually using advertisements, I think this is something that I could myself maybe develop. I could create a social media platform for each continent or country that Tesla has a high brand recognition and keep them up to date with any updates that need to be installed within the car, any reasons why Tesla aren't currently selling in that country. And I could also learn about other avenues within Tesla, which I think gives me a more rounded general knowledge of Tesla as a company, which then allows me to do my job better. Thank you for listening, guys. Like I said, my name is Ben Jordan. I'm a student at Anglo-Ruskin University.
That was it.
That was better now.